This is where the theme music goes. Dun, 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 dun. And then it goes, "Hey, I'm Tim."
Boy! I'm Bob.
We'll get into more about that later. And we are Precarious Pixels. More. Bella. Oh wait, is that Bane?
That's Bane in the background. I don't know where he came from.
I'm always here in the darkness. You have a lovely talking voice.
I'm really hoping that crossover happens.
I really want it to happen, or just like, just as random, like, you know, somebody just cuts that footage together.
They could do it. They
could easily do it.
It's like one little bit of Photoshop, and then they cross it over with that other movie about him being twin mobsters.
And then they can cut in the stuff from Fury Road.
Legend. That was the name of the movie, because it had the same name as the Tom Cruise thing.
Oh, the one with the darkness. Tim Curry. Funny thing, a couple of friends of mine watched Clue for the first time.
Oh, man.
Yes, they were in for a delightful movie.
Which ending did they...
Oh, they got to see all the endings.
It's a shame. Because you know the way it was originally played, right?
Yeah, it was supposed to be like he wanted to... So people would go back and see the movie so they could be surprised by a different ending or whatever. But that really backfired on him because people were just like, nobody wants to see the movie that many times just to see the ending.
I do.
I agree.
But yeah, I think it did it make it to theaters that way with each individual ending?
It did make it with, like, I think the separate endings, and then really the people were not happy about it. They totally didn't go see it, and it kind of flopped, but kind of found a second life on, like, video or whatever. I think there's actually, if you go on, I think Smodcast or whatever, Kevin Smith actually talks to that director, or has a friend who's a big fan of Clue who talks to that director, and they actually do an audio commentary for Clue. Like, they actually watch the movie, and he does, like, the director does an audio commentary for it, because he was never asked to do it or whatever when they...
Why?
I don't know.
He had all of these great comedy guys.
Amazing.
He made a film that, had it not been for that weirdness at the end, I think people would still love.
Right.
Or would have loved then, and now they became a cult classic.
Yeah, I think that even makes it better. Like, honestly, I've only seen it with all the endings together, and I always thought that was such a great idea to have, like, all these endings, and you can almost pick the ending that you want. You know, it could be this one, it could be that person's the murderer, or this person's the murderer.
That would play really well right now.
Yeah.
Like, the impulse that people have to buy, like, mystery items and, like, loot boxes and things like that.
Yeah,
you know?
I could definitely see that working. Plus, Tim Curry kills it in that movie.
Oh, he was a genius.
He was brilliant. Everybody was brilliant. I don't think there was one, like, I can't think of one bad person in that whole movie. Like, Christopher Lloyd, just amazing. I forget the woman her name that plays Mrs. White is awesome.
That voice.
The part where, like, even my friend was saying the part with, like, flames just shooting out of my head. Like, amazing. Like, everything, like, there's so many quotable lines from that movie, and, like, puns, and just, it's amazing. Which, I'm kind of mad that they're going to do another one, they're doing, like, a remake or something.
Are they really?
Yeah. Oh. I wondered when they would do it, because honestly, it's kind of Hollywood's in poor taste thing, but I'm hoping they're going to do something completely different with it, and not try to just make it like the same thing with like new, like with like Will Ferrell or something like that.
First off, I hope they do that. No, I'm kidding. But I don't think they could make that right today. I just don't think with anybody. Like, there's not that level of ensemble.
It would be a hard thing to do, to get, like, everybody, like... Because not even everybody was a name in that movie.
But that was the point.
Yeah.
Like, they didn't have to be. They just had to be good at what they did.
And the thing that was best about it was the story in it kind of itself, and just like the absurdity of it, the whole thing, like communism being a red herring, like all that stuff is just amazing.
Who would they even get to play the butler?
I have no clue. It's like a hard role to cast, because you also kind of almost have to be a serious actor and a comedic actor.
Yeah. Oh man, it's gonna be a tough one.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go with
Adam Sandler.
Adam Sandler? You think it's the next Netflix original?
Yes.
No, I think. Oh, you know who'd be good with it? Ricky Gervais.
I can see Ricky Gervais doing it.
I just don't know if he'd have the energy to run back and forth.
Yeah.
That's a lot.
It is a lot. Like Tim Curry. I'm not going to say cocaine, but I might say
it was the 80s.
I know it was the 80s. But yeah, I can't imagine like he wasn't like just sweating buckets, just running up and down that hallway a million times, because like, he had to do more than one take. So I can't even imagine the energy.
In and out of the attic, up and down the stairs. Like there's scenes where it's just him running from room to room to room to room.
And talking, and just like non-stop talking and running and jumping up and down and just like everything. It's really amazing. But enough about that.
No, it should be the Cluecast.
I know. We could do a new podcast. We watch a minute of Clue every week.
Maybe it could be Tom Hardy playing.
Tom Hardy. What comedy has he done? Other than this.
Tom Hardy did. Oh my God, we've talked about his greatest comedy of all time on the podcast.
Inception?
Nope. Inception was. Yeah, you're right. It was a comedy.
I can't think of.
Who do we know that's terrible and awful?
So many people. I don't know who.
Reese Witherspoon.
Oh, the one where it's like him and
Captain Kirk.
Yeah, Chris Pine, and they're like
William Shatner.
Yes, that's right. William Shatner. I'm sorry, him and William Shatner, where they play spies, or like secret. I forget what the whole thing is. They're like special ops or something.
I don't know. But he was in that.
He was
a comedy,
and I think he was kind of funny in it.
Yeah.
I don't remember the whole thing with it, but
also Warrior, very funny film.
Super funny in Warrior when he fights his brother, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
Another.
In an MMA.
Australian.
Yeah.
Joel Edgerton.
Yes.
That's who that was.
Yeah.
It's actually crazy. They had opposite arcs.
Mm.
Whereas Joel Edgerton started out in that, to my knowledge, I don't think he was in much else other than maybe Animal Kingdom, and I don't even know if that had been made at that time.
Right.
But he started out as like this tough guy who could go up in a fight against massive Tom Hardy, who just walked into a ring, said nothing, and like knocked a guy out.
Right.
Did you ever see the film?
I think so, but I don't. See, I can't remember if I have or not.
They played brothers.
Yeah, I knew that much about it.
And their dad's Nick Nolte, who's an old drunk, which
makes sense.
Nick Nolte,
right?
But he's so they're all so good in the role, but Tom Hardy kind of stayed tough guy throughout. I don't think he's ever been in a role where he hasn't been tough guy.
Okay.
Or even that one he did with Shia LaBeouf about the bootlegging. He was virtually silent. All he did was like knock people out or kill them.
Okay.
And then go back to being big guy.
Yeah.
But Joel Edgerton kind of went like to the opposite route, where he just goes like he's just normal man in everything he's in now.
That's true.
Anyway, that was just a weird thing I noticed.
No, it's and he's going with that same tradition as we've just seen the full official Venom trailer, rather than that weird teaser one they first showed, where he didn't show any of the special effects suit and all that stuff. So they've actually shown it now, where like what Venom's actually going to kind of look like, not full body, but they have
to make it creepy too.
I'm just saying, I want to see the whole body, the whole Venom suit, not just like, oh, he randomly shoots off a tendril here, but he's still plain clothed, and then they show him talking, and the voice inside of the I can't say it the weird way. Symbiote is the way everybody in the comics
you
is
mean
always
symbiote.
Symbiote. That's right. don't know why they pronounce it symbiote.
Maybe it's just that one character who says it. Because I think she's the only one who says it in the trailer.
And she should stop saying it.
Well, from what I can tell in the order they've been releasing these things, they're filming it as they release trailers.
You think they're still filming the Venom movie?
I would not be surprised. Because if you look back, the first trailer, the shot of him on the table, since then, it's that same shot, but they added the CG of the symbiote.
The symbiote coming onto his face.
Right. And I think it's even the same spot. It's almost like what the Deadpool 2 trailer, the first one, made fun of.
Oh, the effects weren't done or whatever.
Yeah, like they hadn't had time to do it yet.
Right.
So they just threw it out there.
Right.
Now they filmed some scenes of him on a motorcycle, and now that is the movie.
Yes.
Next, they're going to film how to say symbiote, or symbiote.
Correctly.
And, yeah, those will be the next scenes we see. Like, everybody else will say it, because they hadn't recorded the audio yet.
I don't know.
It's a terrible theory.
Yeah. Maybe. It's still up in the air. Like, is this going to be a good movie? Is it going to be a bad movie? It seems like Spider-Man is nowhere to be seen yet, but he could show up. Like, there's a whole thing where it's like, oh, he could show up.
Who's the bad guy? I've never heard of that name before.
Bad rich dude.
So he's not Carnage?
I have no idea who he is.
Could he be Carnage?
He could be, which is kind of what I think they're going to set up. Because it did show other symbiotes be with other people that were kind of like attacking. And this is kind of like they're releasing in October. They're kind of booking this as like a slash like horror film kind of superhero movie. Like, so...
Is it R or is it PG-13?
I think it's PG-13. I don't think they're going to go with an R.
Just curious. Because I think that other one it started out as R, the New Mutants one?
Yes. Well, I still think it was PG-13, but maybe they're going to...
Dark.
Yeah. But I don't even know what they're doing with that movie now. Apparently they're reshooting to add a whole new character in and stuff like that, so who knows when that's going to come out.
Probably, what's her name? Phoenix.
Maybe. If that's even going to come out. It's like there's a whole bunch of stuff that's going on with the X universe that now that Disney kind of controls that a little bit more, they're like moving things around.
Maybe they'll just take the whole thing and they'll put an E in front of it, and then it'll be the X universe that way, and it'll get canned.
Maybe.
Because it used to be a universe.
Yeah.
You get it.
I do.
Somebody gets that pun.
The X universe.
Yeah. Use that at all your parties, whoever's listening.
Sure.
Yeah. People will stare stunned and silent.
Yeah.
Like Tim did.
Like an ex-wife?
Yeah, exactly. That's what I meant.
I know. No. Maybe. It's like up in the air, like what's going to go on. But he looks the most Venom out of any version I've seen, like done like a live action version of him so far. And he has like it looks very Todd McFarlane when he was doing Spider-Man and he worked on Venom. It looks like that kind of face where it's just like huge amount of teeth, like a weird, like oddly like giant jaw, kind of like a piranha. So it could work.
And he's smiling.
He's smiling. They haven't shown the chest. They haven't shown if he's wearing a spider symbol on his chest, a white spider on there.
It's really bugging Tim. I bet you what's going to happen is at some point in the movie, he's going to see like a little picture of Spider-Man saving the world.
Okay.
Right? In like Homecoming.
Okay.
He's going to be like, that's cool. And the Venom voice is going to be like, yeah, that's cool.
Yeah.
And then it's just going to be right on his chest.
It could be.
I mean, that's all they need. They don't even need to show Tom Holland.
They really don't. They could just show like there's Spider-Man like on a boat or something. I don't know.
Yeah, it could be the boat from Homecoming.
Yeah.
Or it could be, him, I don't know, on the Washington Monument.
That's true. It could be something like that, but...
Because this is the opposite side of the country.
Right.
This is San Francisco, right?
I think so. I think it's supposed to be San Francisco. Or is it Los Angeles? No, it's San Francisco.
I think they showed the Golden Gate Bridge.
Yeah, I think it was San Francisco.
So maybe he'll fight Ant-Man.
It could be.
Because I believe that was San Francisco too, wasn't it?
I think. Now I can't remember. It's been a while since I've seen Ant-Man. I thought it was New York for a while, but maybe it's not.
Maybe I'm wrong.
No, it could be San Francisco.
I know at some point they go to New Avengers headquarters.
And that's in New York.
Yeah.
That's upstate New York.
Fights Falcone.
So maybe it is. Maybe they are in New York. Now I'm trying to think. I don't know.
Yep. It's a question for the ages.
I know, but they do have, he has a voice for Venom. It doesn't really sound like him. It sounds really dark.
Sounds like the guy from Candyman.
It does sound like the guy from Candyman. Which, why not just get the guy from Candyman? Honestly, he has a great voice.
Right, but why would they do that if they could just have Tom Hardy do it and only pay one actor?
It's true. And then just put an effect on his voice to make it sound like the guy from Candyman.
I don't even know if that's an effect. It could just be him. You heard the great impression we were doing.
I know.
That's it. That's Venom.
Hello there.
Hi, Chef.
We're Venom. But, so that trailer came out. They also released a new trailer for Deadpool 2. Kind of gives it a little bit more of a story. They definitely make fun of the fact that Josh Brolin is in the movie. I think the best reference is the fact that they say One-Eyed Willie, which is a reference to Goonies. I totally love that part. But also the fact they say Thanos in there, and I'm just
upset.
I'm like, wow. And they also make references to the DC universe being too dark, and it's pretty funny. I like that.
Yeah, everybody looks like they're doing a good job. They still don't show much of his girl.
But I think they have in the other trailer. They showed her.
They showed her for a few minutes. I think they're just going to kill her. Or she's just not going to be in it much.
I think she's probably not going to be in it that much.
It's a shame.
I like her. She's a good actress. She's on the Gotham show. Gotham.
Oh, she's on Gotham still?
Yep. I'm pretty sure she's still on Gotham.
She's still
Firefly.
Serenity character to me.
Firefly, yeah.
Firefly, yeah.
Yep.
The companion.
The companion, yes. Space prostitute.
No, that's the point. It's not just about that, Tim.
I know. You don't have to tell me.
I do, apparently.
Well, why don't you go on your brown coat fanboy page and tell me all about it?
Tim was acting like a real reaver today.
A real reaver? Really?
Yeah, you would be a savage.
Oh, man. But yeah, so Deadpool 2 looks good. The X-Force characters look good. We were just talking about Terry Crews.
Yeah.
Love that dude.
Whose name I didn't remember for a bit.
Yeah. But
sorry, Terry.
It's okay. But we were just talking that he... It's not okay, but yeah.
It's okay with Terry.
I speak for Terry Crews. Like we're buddies. He knows me. I use Old Spice all the time.
Tim was the guy in the car in Click. It wasn't Terry Crews.
That's right.
In case you're wondering, if you don't know what he looks like and you're listening, that's Tim.
That's right. Exactly what I look like.
And I was the guy in Click that Adam Sandler gets the remote from.
Oh. Christopher Walken. Yes. Yes, you look exactly like Christopher Walken.
And Tim's dog looks just like Adam Sandler's wife in that movie.
Who's Adam Sandler's wife?
Kate Beckinsale, I believe.
Oh my God. Wow, you're mean.
I didn't mean that in a...
Kate Beckinsale is a lovely woman. She's played vampires and only vampires.
I mean, sometimes she even has a clone of herself who's just fake Beckinsale.
Oh, let's not get into the doomsday already. Yeah, so Deadpool 2 looks promising. We'll definitely check it out and give you a review on it when it comes out. Speaking of reviews, there's something that did come out. God of War. It's not God of War blah blah blah. It's just God of War,
it's
right?
Just God of War. It's a soft reboot.
Ooh, but not even really a reboot though.
Well, it is. I mean, you're setting up a new story.
Yeah.
Within the same universe. It's a soft reboot. That's what that is. Like a reboot is we're starting fresh.
Right.
A soft reboot is we're starting over within the same universe.
Okay.
I can't think of anything where that's happened. Well, parts happened well.
Yeah. I mean, I kind of always think of Thor Ragnarok as like a soft reboot of kind of Thor and that character. Like, get rid of the hammer, shave the head.
That does work. But
yeah.
I would say even more so, actually, if we're going superheroes,
yeah,
Incredible Hulk is a soft reboot of Hulk.
Definitely.
Because
and
it's technically a sequel.
Technically it is. And then almost rebooted again in the Avengers.
Yes.
So, yeah, no.
It's 2 times the reboot.
I know. It's been played by 3 different actors in the same universe.
I like to think 4.
Who's the 4th actor?
The voice of the Hulk.
Who's the voice of the Hulk?
From the show. What's his name? Oh my god, the deaf guy. What's his name?
Lou Ferrigno?
Lou Ferrigno voices the Hulk in the new movies.
Really?
Yeah, you didn't know that?
I thought it sounds like Mark Ruffalo.
No, it's actually Lou Ferrigno.
Really?
Yeah.
I know he appeared in The Incredible Hulk. In fact, I think he appeared in both Hulks.
Google it.
I'll check it. I believe you, though. I believe you.
That's the sound of me typing on a paper keyboard. I don't know what that means. I'm really tired.
But it makes sense. I mean, dude when he played the Hulk, he was always yelling.
Yeah. I'm 99.9% sure.
I'll check it. He might have done it.
Check a look, Tim.
I will. I'll check a look. That's a Devolver joke.
Yes. Tim
but
finally gets it.
That's true. So God of War.
God of War is amazing.
Even the boy?
Even... It's not the boy.
It's just boy?
It's just boy.
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 Does he say gruffly?
That's the only voice he has, is gruff.
Yeah.
And I don't know how this guy, the guy who plays Kratos,
mm-hmm.
I think he was on like Stargate or something. I don't think I've ever seen him act in anything like the TV show.
Oh, okay.
SG-1 was it? Is that what that was called?
I think it was like SG-1. That went on for a long time.
It was like Stargate SG-1 or like Deep Space Nine or like...
One of those.
Yeah, Stargate, Van Helsing.
Van Helsing. Wow. Okay.
Those sci-fi shows. Sorry, Siffy.
Winona Earp.
Yeah, it was Winona Earp.
The Magicians.
Oh, this poor guy. Anyway, he's incredibly talented. Like, he has such a range of Kratos angry and Kratos not as angry.
Not Nolan North.
It's so subtle.
It's not Nolan North.
It's not Nolan.
Okay.
If anything, it would be Troy Baker, but it's not.
Okay.
No, the guy who plays Kratos, the reason he sounds African American is because he is.
Okay.
But Kratos isn't, obviously. He's Greek.
Okay.
But he's neither Nolan North or Troy Baker, who are super white.
Yes.
Like, so albino, it's crazy.
Almost would make sense.
Yeah, they're
the
almost...
Ghost of Sparta.
Yes, it would be. But yeah, like, everybody in it's really good so far. There's not a lot of side characters you meet, but they're all very interesting.
Okay.
They all have great voice work. You almost care about some of them.
Okay.
Like, the whole game has a very Last of Us feel, where it's very emotional journey. It's done, I kid you not, it's done in that style where there are no cuts. It's one continuous camera shot the entire game.
Okay.
So, cutscenes, it'll back away.
Kind of like
the
camera will back away from them. Okay.
But the entire time, there's no break.
Okay.
There's no cutaway, there's nothing. Like, you see... The camera might move a little, so it almost looks like you're seeing Kratos' perspective.
All right.
But it's really well done. There are some really cool, epic fight scenes, but the entire game is more on a ground, visceral level than the old God of War. The old God of War was like you're killing thousands of enemies. Well, you remember?
Yeah. I mean, they're great. I mean, they're very amazing. I mean, especially even for that time, action games had kind of not gone as far as this one did.
Yeah.
But I think they kind of it shows the maturity of the series if they're doing something that's a little bit more, something that has a more emotional connection, because people have been with this character for a long time. I'd say probably over 10 years.
Oh yeah, because he's since PS2.
Yeah.
And early PS2.
Yeah. So it's good that they're kind of taking it more serious, I think.
He's I really think that they just took ideas from things they saw.
Yeah.
And ran with them, because that storyline is clearly Last of Us. Like,
okay,
that's what they're going for. You have a father figure and a child figure,
right?
But there's other elements that are straight out of other things. Like, there's a parry. Kratos never would have carried like a shield or utilized it in any way. Like, but now he has like a shield and a parry.
Oh, okay.
He's older Kratos, but that's straight out of Dark Souls, like that element.
And I think that also kind of like goes with a fighter who's, I think, a little bit smarter. I mean, it also, like, you would have that, like, you're like when you're, I guess, a young fighter, you would just go straight at an enemy kind of thing. But now, being an older fighter, he knows like the value of kind of like letting the attackers come to him in a way. I mean, that's not like I'm talking about him like he's a real person. He's been fighting this fight for a long time.
Yeah.
But it is kind of like, I think, also an added mechanic that people would want. Like, you know, you've seen him do like 1,000 moves and combos, but you know, it's maybe trying to make it a little bit more serious and make him like an actual like fighter in that way. To have to, like, because people parry, people actually use, you know, shields in their fighting. Yeah,
I agree.
But overall, you've liked it. What you've played so far?
Yeah, I think it's amazing so far. Every aspect that they redesign is really solid. It works well. The gameplay is fun. The puzzles are not too detailed. Like, there's not a lot going on with the puzzles. I think that's the only thing that might lack a bit. Is that there's not. And there's also a ton of collectibles. Like, in my opinion, there's too much. There's something everywhere.
Okay.
Like, you go down a path and you're going to find something.
Is it something that you need? Is it
just
random?
It's just like, a lot of it is what they call hack silver, I think it is, which is you use it to buy stuff.
Oh, okay.
Like coin.
So is it like upgrades for him, or is it upgrades for the boy, or?
It's weird. There's like 3 different upgrade systems. So there's upgrades that work with specific stones and elements which you can randomly find.
Okay.
That'll upgrade your axe, which is your, as far as I've gotten to, your only weapon.
Oh, really?
Like, you don't have those blades. They're gone.
Yeah, well, the blades have been, they were gone for a little while. I mean, they've been gone for a while, haven't they?
Well, they were out of Ascension, but that's because that was a prequel.
Oh, okay.
So they haven't, I don't think they ever fully explained why they're gone. Which they might do in this game.
I thought there was like definitely in one of the God of Wars where he was fighting somebody, and one of the end fights is like they rip his chains off.
Maybe
like
it's in 3.
I'm trying to think if that happens at some point in one of the games in the series where it's like the one of the end fights is like you don't have the chains or something like that. It's like it's a little more close quarters action. I don't remember, but somebody could correct me on it. But
it could be.
Yeah.
I lost my train of thought.
Yeah, but you were saying that the axe is the only thing that you've been using so far.
And that you can only upgrade with like certain, it's like frost something, because it's like ice powered. So you can use one of your abilities is like you throw it with your R2, and if you hold it down and throw it, it'll freeze an enemy in place.
Okay. And
then you have no weapon, you're using your shield. You can recall your axe whenever you want to, but it's stuck in that enemy for the time being. There's another upgrade, which is just your XP, which is what you use to upgrade your skills, or add more skills. And then there's other upgrades, which are based off of your currency, which are how you buy like other gear upgrades. And there's also loot you find, which is like tiered level, and you can only put 1 in a weapon at a time in 2 different spots, I think it is. Okay. That'll give you like a faster cooldown or whatever on certain abilities.
Alright.
More luck, which I haven't even figured out. Luck, I think, is just item drops.
Okay.
Health drops.
Gotcha.
It's also really tough. Like, God of War was never, in my opinion, as difficult as this to master. Because Kratos has died more than a few times, at least when I played as him. It probably doesn't help that I didn't go to the easiest or the normal mode. I went to hard mode, but...
But that's also because you want that achievement too, right?
Well, no, I think there's another mode you unlock after, which will get me an achievement, but that you can get the game anyway. No, I think it was just... it was one of those things where it was like Resident Evil 4. I think it was Resident Evil 4, where it was like, do you want a breeze experience where you just experience the story?
Right.
Do you want a little bit of a challenge, or do you want a real challenge? And I was like, well, if I'm playing this game, I want the real challenge.
Right.
So I think that's why I chose it, but it really wasn't about the trophy. It's just it's the same reason I play Dark Souls or Bloodborne is like I like the challenge. It's more fun that way. Yeah. If I'm walking through enemies, there's no joy in it. There's no achievement.
It's just like it's like it's not as fun if you're just like playing. I don't know. It's like something I've kind of like too. It's just like you want something that does challenge you and make you kind of like work for it. Especially like you were saying, Dark Souls, and I know you like that one a lot. And that is a game that you will earn everything in that game, no matter what. It has no difficulty setting. It's only one setting. It is the hardest setting, and you will die constantly.
I think people just get agitated. It's not that hard. Yeah. It's just people have been coddled for years.
That's true.
It's more like
because you can get any game at that like time before. You could get like God mode and just walk around and be invincible, and like it doesn't even matter if like you're playing or not.
Think about Mega Man 2, right? That's the best one. Just so you know.
Yes.
But how many times did you have to continue and like start a whole stage over?
Oh, a dozen.
Right, but it was never because the enemies were cheap or the game design was flawed. It was just because it was a challenge.
Yeah.
But as soon as you learned enemy patterns and things like that, you could get through the challenge without probably taking much damage.
Right.
Same as Dark Souls.
Right.
It's all about learning and acclimating.
Right. So do you consider this like kind of like the same thing? Can you start to see patterns?
I've certainly learned to fight enemies better.
Okay.
But I haven't seen any real patterns, but that's because the other weird thing about God of War is that it was always like 8 to 10 hour games, right? Like they're not long.
They're not long.
40-hour game.
Yeah.
And it's open areas.
Which is never like usually with God of War you're on a set path. There's no like real twists and turns that you could like really not go the right direction.
Yeah.
And what is the like can you play as the kid too?
No. There is the kid button.
Okay.
I'm sorry, boy button.
So it's just you can just kind of like call him over and he'll do something, or
no, you can't even do that.
Okay.
He'll specifically he's like Elizabeth in BioShock.
Okay.
Where he'll fight the enemies. Mm-hmm. So I guess a little more aggressive than Elizabeth because she'll just run and hide.
Right.
And toss you ammo, but you can press the boy button. It sounds stupid. And he'll shoot an arrow. So let's say you're in a boss fight, right? One of the other ones you saw was the troll.
Yeah.
You can press that button, and he'll shoot an arrow, distract the enemy, so you can get in there and hit it. Because otherwise, if it sees you coming, it's going to attack right away.
Right.
But if you distract it, you can get in there, get a few hits in, dodge roll out. The other problem I have with the game is the dodge roll is a double tap of X. Could have easily been any other button. But one X button is like a scurry like Lara Croft has in the newer Tomb Raider games.
Okay.
And the other, the double tap, is the actual dodge to not get hurt.
Okay.
And if you're double tapping and you're double tapping an instant late, you're going to be taking damage. And I wish it had been like... It's the one element of Dark Souls that they didn't take that they could have easily taken, which is just make it circle.
Yeah.
Make it the circle button, have that be the dodge.
Can you set up your...
No, it's a double tap. I don't think you can change it. Because even if you change it to another button, dodge is still going to be scurry for 1, roll for 2.
Oh, okay.
So you're going to have to hit it twice no matter where it is.
All right.
It's not a matter of it being X or circle. It's a matter of it being a double tap.
Gotcha.
And they've done a ton of updates so far. I think they're up to like 3 or 4 updates already. One of them was literally just to increase font size in subtitles if you so choose. Like Sony Santa Monica is going like hard with making the fans happy in silly ways.
I mean, that's good. I mean, that means that I think that means that the franchise moving forward is like they're going to keep going.
Oh, it's massive. But
good.
It's also super annoying because now I'm downloading a 1.6 gig update.
Oh yeah.
To raise the size of font that I didn't care about.
Can you does it tell you what it is first before you have to download it?
Only if you look online in the patch notes.
Oh, okay.
Which you're not going to do. And then if you want to be connected and play the game, you can't unless it's updated.
Oh, okay.
Because that's the new future, the bright future of gaming.
Right. And does this look like it's going to have DLC? DLC?
They haven't said anything.
Okay.
But I have a feeling that if they were, based on the way they've set up the story, they wouldn't announce anything early because right now, as somebody who's playing it, I don't know if Kratos is going to live through it. I don't know if Atreus is going to live through it. Sorry, the boy.
The boy.
You know, God knows what'll happen at the end of the game.
God knows.
Kratos knows.
But yeah, this is, and you said it's mostly, it seems like Norse mythology.
Oh, it's definitely,
And the fact that you said, he throws his axe and it returns to him, that sounds almost like Thor's hammer kind of thing.
I've seen statues of Thor in the game.
Oh, really?
Yeah, because it's now you meet this character who's a witch.
Okay.
A good witch, I guess.
A good witch?
So far.
Is she, come down in a bubble?
No, but she hangs out with a deer with blue antlers.
Ooh.
Who you guys hunt. And then she's like, what are you doing? Why'd you shoot this? And that's how you meet her.
Okay.
Silly geese. And then she takes you to Vindelheim, is it? What did you say? Villenheim?
Vindelheim?
Vindelheim.
I actually don't know the precise pronunciation. I always thought it was Vendelheim, but then there's there's so many, it's Vendelheim and Asgard and blah blah blah.
Oh yeah, it's all the realms. But you're I think you start out on Midgard, which is Earth, right?
Midgard's Earth. I forget, Niflheim?
Oh, you're in that.
Alright, so yes, I forget the whole pronunciation of it, but so it's all the Norse realm, so it's definitely making reference to that.
Yes. Well, I mean, it's direct. So I've already encountered one specific villain who they name, and I don't want to spoil it because you're not supposed to know.
Right. But you said you've seen statues of Thor.
I saw a statue of Thor. Yeah.
And they're not making reference that he's missing or dead or anything like that.
No.
Okay.
No, I don't think you open these wardrobes in the environment. It's weird.
Okay.
It's almost like another collectible, but it's lore, and you don't get anything for it.
Okay.
And one of the things is they talk about him fighting a giant something, and then the thing might kill him, or has killed him, or brought him back, or whatever.
Oh, the world serpent.
Maybe it is, but I met the world serpent already.
Okay. I mean, it could be. I mean, it's. I think it's I don't remember the whole thing behind it, but it's in the ocean, or.
Oh, the world serpent is in the ocean.
Okay.
You do meet him there.
Does he talk to you?
Yeah, but you can't understand him because you don't speak his language.
Oh, okay. And does he try to kill you or anything?
No. Actually, that's the thing. This isn't a spoiler for anything, because it was at E3, I think, last year.
Right.
They show the introduction of that, and you don't attack it. And I think they even said during that conference that it's non-hostile.
Oh, okay.
And then it's just peace, and the water level lowers, and you see this whole new area.
Oh, okay.
Because it left from underneath the water.
Oh, okay. That's interesting.
It's massive, right? So
yeah,
bringing the water up.
It's supposed to, if I remember correctly, it's supposed to encircle the entire world or something like that. And then in Norse mythology, I think it's Thor fights it, and they kill each other, and that starts Ragnarok.
That could be,
or that is the end of Ragnarok is when they both die. But then it's it's supposed to be then they come back, or he comes back, and it's he rules with Odin and Valhalla or something. I forget the whole story behind it, but it's something along those lines.
But what's interesting is in this universe,
right?
When you're hearing this lore, because that's the thing, Kratos doesn't speak whatever.
Oh, okay.
So when he looks, or when the kid reads you the lore,
okay,
he doesn't fully understand all of it, and he says that he's not sure if it happened or is going to happen.
Right.
So I think that's like a cool little element where it's just like you're not really too sure about anything. Because in the old ones, it would just be, Athena would show up and she'd be like, this happened, this happened, this happened, and then you'd rip something's head off and fight more.
Right, exactly. She kind of gives you enough of the story to keep you moving along, and and that's kind of like what happens. But this, it sounds like they're kind of going with a little bit of mystery to it, and as you get towards the end, you get probably the whole story.
Probably. You're going to have to find out why Kratos is there. He's in hiding.
Oh, he's in hiding? That's the whole thing? He's hiding?
He's hiding from
the Greek gods or the Roman gods? Or?
I think it's from the Norse gods.
Oh, really?
He doesn't want them to know he's there. And then he's got, in his house, there's a cellar.
Okay.
Where, this is really early, so this is a spoiler, but it's so minor it doesn't matter.
Right.
You're fighting this other guy, this stranger.
Right.
And before that happens, you tell the boy to hide there.
Okay.
So there's a reason he's hiding his family and himself. And what he is, but this guy knows what he is.
Okay.
That's the thing. And that's sort of the catalyst. Aside from...
And is he hiding the boy too, or...?
Yeah, he's hiding his family. Because it's a blood relative, they would want it.
Okay. Alright. Maybe that's like the whole thing behind it. And the fact that he is like almost like people have been saying that he might be like the kid might be Loki, just because there have been references to the Kratos now has like the ice, like you said, like he throws it and it becomes ice or whatever, and he freezes enemies. I mean, Loki was a son of a frost giant. Kratos almost fits the description of what the frost giants kind of look like.
I would doubt it based on the fact that I've fought some frost things.
Okay, you fought frost giants.
Not giants, not yet.
Okay.
But I haven't gone to, I assume, that realm.
Which is, I think that's Niflheim.
Which is the one that would make sense because you can't get there right now.
Okay. So is there stuff like, is this any Breath of the Wild type stuff? Is there fishing or like any random stuff like that? Or
no, you can ride around in a boat in certain areas, but that's about it.
That's about it. There's no like super extra, like out of the ordinary stuff that you can do?
No, that's Far Cry.
Okay.
Far Cry has the fishing.
Yes, Far Cry has the fishing and the Colts.
And the Colts.
Yes. So, so far you're loving God of War?
Yeah, it's really good, and I feel bad. I picked up a second game last week that I haven't played because of God of War.
That's okay.
Which is Yakuza 6.
Yakuza can wait.
Apparently it can.
Yeah.
But it's really good from what I've heard.
Huh? We'll definitely review it when it comes when Bob comes around to it. And also Westworld 2 is season 2 has come out. Just this weekend. Bob has not fully caught up yet, so I'm not going to say anything other than it's really good. I like what I'm seeing so far. This particular episode was more of a kind of like setting up stuff to kind of show you where certain characters are from last season. So it's kind of like just here, this is catching everybody up and the lay of the land kind of thing, so to speak. But I'm liking it. I think they've already renewed it for another season.
I know it's popular.
Yeah. So we'll talk more about it once Bob's caught up.
Sorry.
We'll give like a full review. And I'll probably have a few more episodes and I'm sure a few more questions. But this weekend is Avengers Infinity War weekend.
It is.
And so really quick, who do you think is going to live? Who do you think is going to die?
Who do I think is going to live?
If you could put, like, because right now Vegas is taking bets. If you could put money down.
Are they really?
Yes.
That's crazy.
It is crazy.
Because people could just know.
It's very true. Which I'm just like.
The dumbest thing to bet on.
I know. I couldn't believe it either, but there is, like, I've heard it from these guys who, like, there's a betting podcast. They talk about, like, bets on baseball games and football games and stuff. They said that there are people taking bets on Infinity War.
Okay.
And who's going to live and who's going to die. My bet if I was going to put money on anybody, I would say it's probably going to be Captain America.
Oh, you think just one person's gonna die?
I think it would be too much if they kill the trailers have kind of shown like there's something bad happens to Iron Man, there's something bad happens to Cap. If they kill both of them, I think that's too much. Like, they kill maybe a couple of the minor ones, but I don't think they would actually kill. I don't think they'll kill Cap and Iron Man in the same movie. I think that would be too much. But I don't know because the thing with Infinity War or the Infinity Gauntlet, the original like comic, Thanos kills everybody. There's nobody that's not dead by the end of like the first. I forget how close it comes to the end, but it's like pretty much everybody dies, and definitely Captain America is one of them. So I don't know. Who knows what's going to happen with this series?
But you think they're going to kill Cap?
I think going to kill Cap just because Chris Evans has kind of said I'm kind of done, unless he's just like playing coy. But
I think it would be a shame.
I think it would be a shame, but he's done a great job. I think he's done a great Cap. I actually even because I was going back through some of the Marvel movies and I watched Captain America: The First Avenger, and it's still it's good. And they definitely fixed a lot of stuff in when you see the Winter Soldier, but I really like that first movie. I think they did a good job with it, and he plays it perfectly. I just wish they would have had more Peggy Carter.
I think they're going to kill Mantis.
You think they're going to kill Mantis from the Guardians? Not a chance.
I think they're going to kill Mantis.
I have no.
I think she's going to be the one that dies.
I think no chance.
She's going to be the catalyst.
On what grounds do you think that she's going to die?
Why do I think they're going to kill Mantis?
Yeah.
Because I feel like she's unnecessary.
Okay, I could see that.
She literally has no reason to be there, and they'll let's be honest, they're probably going to kill a lot of people.
Yeah.
They'll kill like Mantis, and Nebula's not dead yet, right?
I'm pretty sure Nebula's going to be dead.
Yeah, she'll die, and then I don't know. They'll kill like War Machine.
I actually think that he's not going to die.
He might not, but I think they'll kill him because he's barely there anymore. Like I get that he's having trouble walking.
Yeah, but he has a suit.
But even the last one, he was barely there. He was there. He got hurt, and then he was like, "All right, this sucks."
but an important part in the movie, I think.
I know, and that's the thing. Like I think he'll be what breaks Tony. Because he's there in Wakanda, right? In that original trailer.
Yeah.
He's there flying behind Black Panther.
Yes. So I think it's like they're doing a last stand kind of thing.
Which I don't even know. That's going to be the beginning of the film.
You think that's the beginning of the film?
Because he needs a stone.
No. I think that's...
Do you think that's the end?
I think that's the end.
Alright, well, when they kill War Machine.
Okay.
It's gonna be the trifecta. Is War Machine, Nebula, and
I honestly I think there's, and some people were talking Thor, but I don't think so.
Oh man, maybe Loki, but not Thor.
Honestly, there's a chance Drax could die in this because he's been wanting Thanos dead for a while.
Oh, you think he's just gonna like go nuts on him?
He's gonna go nuts, and that's gonna be the end of Drax.
Doesn't Mantis have healing powers?
No.
Who had healing powers? Doesn't one of them?
No, nobody can heal anybody.
How did she... Didn't she heal somebody in the last one?
Who?
Mantis. I thought she, like, healed somebody.
No, she put somebody to sleep.
Yeah, she helps Kurt Russell sleep.
Yeah, and she can sense people's emotions and, like, and change people's emotions.
It's meaningless. Meaningless!
Yeah. So... I think that's it. I don't think she can heal people.
So then nobody... Yeah, there's... I thought maybe, like, she'd sacrifice herself for Drax. That's probably what'll happen.
That could happen. You might be right about that.
Because I really don't think... Like, Batista... I don't think he'll turn down that paycheck. It's too solid.
Oh, no. I'm not saying these are people turning down paychecks. I'm saying they might just be killed off for story reasons.
Maybe.
But honestly, I since there's another Guardians coming, I don't see them... He's such a popular character, I don't think he's going to die. But, maybe. You never know. I don't know. I don't know how this is going to go.
I don't know how you mess with the Guardians family without like it being Nebula or Mantis. That's what I'm saying. Like,
that's true. I'm pretty sure Nebula is going to be done in like the first 5 minutes.
Yeah, and then Mantis.
Maybe. I don't know. Or Gamora. Gamora could die.
No way.
Gamora could die. They could introduce a new love interest for Star-Lord.
Why would they?
I don't know.
Maybe Kurt Russell will just show up.
Oh, Kurt Russell shows up?
Just like back.
It's like, hey, I'm back, guys. I didn't really die.
Yondu will be
there. That would be the best if Yondu comes back. Because honestly, I will watch 20 movies with that guy. And he is
Mary Poppins, y'all.
Mary Poppins, y'all. Yeah. No, he was great. But I don't think they're definitely not gonna touch that. It was such a good ending for him.
But of the big ones they'll kill, sadly, you're probably right. It'll be Cap.
It'll be Cap because we're gonna get maybe a Bucky Cap and maybe even a Falcon Cap.
Maybe a Punisher Cap.
Maybe a Punisher Cap. There was a time when Punisher was the Cap.
I remember.
All right, but we'll fill you all in and we'll give you a full spoilerific review next week. But this weekend we'll see it. We'll see if our predictions are right and who was wrong. We could both be wrong. I mean, you never know. It could be somebody like Hawkeye, Scarlet Witch.
Hawkeye's barely in the trailers.
I know.
But he was, if I recall, barely in the trailers for Civil War.
That's true as well. Who knows? It's really kind of... And even Falcon isn't in that much of the trailers either. Don't know.
Maybe they'll just kill Falcon.
No, they're not going to kill the... No way.
What's he gonna do?
He's too
floated
popular.
him?
Yeah. What's Cap gonna do? He has no shield anymore.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure Tony will give him a new shield.
That's the whole thing. Like, that is the big thing. Is he gonna get that shield back? It doesn't look like it.
It looks like they're going to a place filled with vibranium.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? And it looks like he's good friends with Black Panther.
Yeah. But I don't know. But I don't see a round shield. I see I see those two Wakandan shield things.
Nah.
We'll see.
Nah.
Yeah. But yeah, we'll see next week. And as always, you can follow us online, Stitcher. We're on iTunes under Precarious Pixels. You can follow our YouTube channel under Precarious Pixels as well. This week I've been doing some art for different characters from the Marvel Avengers universe. So I think I have an Iron Man up now. I'm going to be putting up a War Machine. I'm trying to do everybody in chronological order.
So Punisher.
No Punisher.
Wait, which War Machine then?
No,
Terrence Howard War Machine?
No, he was never War Machine. He was in War Machine till Iron Man 2.
I believe that was his nickname.
Nope, Don Cheadle.
His nickname's Rhodey, whatever.
Yeah, so it'll be, I think, I'll get War Machine, Scarlet Witch, man, Black Widow, and then I'm gonna...
Because Scarlett Johansson. Makes it confusing.
I know, it does make it a little confusing. Yeah.
Then you gotta draw Mary-Kate and Ashley.
Mary-Kate and Ashley.
Nobody will get that.
Yeah. And as always, you can find me at, I'm at Tim Martinek on Instagram. You can find Bob
at Bob Martin, Marton, on the twits.
_ Marton.
Oh yeah, sorry, Bob _ Marton. Thank you.
Yep.
Tim remembers my name.
But, as always, hashtag it Precarious Pixels and we'll check out your artwork. Do your designs. I'm pretty sure everybody is obsessed about Avengers Infinity War. And we'll definitely fill you in when we see it. So, until next week, bye!
Bye, guys!
To do a little redesigning with us, you can find Bob at Martin, Marton _BOB, on Twitter. And you can find me on Instagram at Tim Martinek, all one word, TIM MARTINEC. And you can join in us, have some fun, do your redesigns for this week's redesign. It's a lot of fun for us to do this, but we like to see fresh ideas and fresh artists like doing what they do as well. You can also hashtag it Precarious Pixels and we'll find it as well.